For many of us crafters, creating is less about what we have and more about what we do with what we have. So stick around and I'll show you what I did with what I have today. Welcome back to Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. And I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. All right, so listen, about a couple of weeks ago, I was clearing off my desk, and I have, quite a few papers and scraps from projects and birthday gifts and Christmas and a number of different projects. And before I shoved them into another envelope or box, I figured, let me just try and reduce it and get it off my desk and make something of it. So one of the things that I did was I took a cereal box, the length of a cereal box, and I created 2 journal covers. So this is the length of the box, or should I say like that? Okay, that's one, and then this is the second. So let me just move this out of the way and show you. So what I did was I took the cereal box, scored a couple of areas for the spine, and I wanted it to be a trifold so that you could open up, have a pocket, open up over here, have a pocket, but the journal would be in here. So I've taken some scrap papers from kits that I've used that were just accumulating, and I've made the signature for them. I haven't quite decorated them, and I still have some scraps from the papers that I use for the interiors, and the same goes for the other journal. But I've also sewn the exterior using this fabric comes from a journal. I created another journal using this fabric, so this is scrap, and this is actually a newer fabric that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. So I covered those, sewed it around here, and attached, punched out some scrap. This is more like a fabric paper. It's paper, but it feels like it has the texture of fabric. And then I put a, what do we call this? Using the We Are Memory Keepers crocodile, I put an eyelet in here, attached some crinkle ribbon, and this little Tim Holtz metal tag with a bead at the bottom. And the same I did with this one. This one has a peach with a cute little, let's see if you guys can see that. This one says Imagine, that one says Simplified. So the only thing that I have left to do is actually to sew these signatures into the journal and decorate them. Now I typically will do minimal decorating before I sew them in and then finish them off. So for right now, if there is any laces or pockets that need to be sewn in, I would do that before I actually sew them into the journal, and then I would decorate with ephemera or clusters and things like that afterwards, belly bands and such. But anything that needs to be sewn in, I would do so before. Like this will be an actual pocket, a pocket. Any tuck spots that need to be sewn in, that will happen before I actually sew the signature in, because it makes it a little difficult. It's kind of hard to get that through the sewing machine when you have it attached. So on my desk I still have quite a bit of scraps from a couple of other journals, things that I have been tinkering around with, things that I've gotten in Happy Mail, and so that is what I will be pulling from today, as opposed to going through the rest of the ephemera throughout the craft space. So I think I was a little rude because I did not say welcome back, and I hope that you guys are all having a good day. Now listen, if you're new to the channel and you like this type of content, junk journals, creating from scratch, scrap busting crafts, go ahead and click the subscribe button now so we can get that out the way and move on with the crafting. Now I'm gonna pull, I have this bag here. It started off with just a few pieces of lace, but now there's scraps in here and so on and so forth. So what I'm gonna do, because I've got a class that I'm getting ready to start. I can listen to it and craft at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and turn the volume off and add some music to it so you guys can listen, and or you can listen to the music and watch the creating process. So if you have a project that you'd like to work on, if you've got a journal that's already that you want to work on while you watch and listen to me or listen to the video, then go ahead and pull that out. I'm excited to actually get some crafting done and share that with you, because I have done quite a bit of crafting off camera. At the start of 2023, I have not been as active on the channel as I normally am. I'm not saying that was by design, but I did need to take a step back and prioritize some things. So this is where we are, and hopefully moving forward, you'll get 1 or 2 crafting videos a week, if not a crafting video in a haul or a crafting video in a sip and share or something of that. But you'll see me on the channel at least twice a week, and for those who are on Patreon, likely more than that. So, and if you'd like to see me more, then head on over to the Patreon channel. There's a link down below in the description box, and I'll be happy to have you there, where the content that I share here is shared there first, in addition to exclusive content and free digitals for our Patreon subscribers. Okay, that being said, we're going to move on to crafting, because that is what we are all here for, right? All right. All right, guys, so I want to thank you for joining me as I get my hands, feet wet with being back on camera and crafting. So as you saw within the, minutes of this video, what I did was I just added some lace in preparation of doing some sewing to the front vellum cover. I added some tuck spots, journaling spot, and this little tuck spot with the framed birds here. This is the one of those Tim Holtz ones, because you can tell by how glossy it is. And that, obviously this is a writing space, but it's also a tuck spot, right? So I think I may stitch this in that way, just to secure it a little bit more, and then it'll show up here. I might go right all the way around like that. And then I have a belly band I'm going to stitch across the top and across the bottom with some of the, I think this is Artie Mays' one of her freebies from a couple years ago, the measuring tape, and then another journaling spot, that tuck spot, and then this is the last page that I will sew. After that, I will move on to decorating it. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and sew everything in place in the journal. And then before I put it in, the next video will be with me actually decorating it with ephemera. I more than likely will do the second one off camera, since my desk is already crazy junky right now. And there's no sense in cleaning it up, only to dirty it back up again. This is also my workspace too, just so y'all know what the issue is with that. Not only do I create from this space, I also assist with my son's schooling from this space, as well as run the family's business from this space, in addition to, after everything's cleaned up, do my real estate from this space. So when I'm going to craft, I'm going to craft, and when I'm done, I put it up. And then I move on to the next hat changing task, right? Those things that we have to take those hats off for and swap them out for something else. I just saw this on my desk. I wish I could see what my desk is looking like. Let me see if I can just look at that. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? It's a bunch of glorious goodness. All right. Anyways, guys, so listen. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you have not already subscribed, I have no idea what you were waiting for. You had all this time. Now, we are not going to judge you, but now is the opportunity. With that being said, guys, listen, until we're back here together on Patreon and YouTube, stay encouraged, stay blessed, stay stay creative and crafty. And don't forget to check back for the part 2 and 3 of this, because this will probably be another couple videos before I actually tie it up and put it in my Etsy shop. All right. So anyways, bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.